Welcome to the August 11th regular meeting for Newman-Crozanning School District. Roll call is Mr. Walk. Here. Mr. Rivas.
Here.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Here.
Mrs. Cerruti.
Here.
Mr. Cabral is here. Item number 2, public communication closed session items. Member of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members of the public on an agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district's personnel complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker from any potential liability for defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. At this time, does anybody like to address the board before we head to closed session? Seeing none, we'll go to closed session at 5:02 p.m. Welcome. Call the meeting back to order, regular session. Item A, flag salute, be led by our FFA department tonight. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Just push the button.
It's already
on.
on. Yep.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, independent, and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. Item B, report out of action taken in closed session. There was nothing tonight. Item number 5, public communication. Agenda and non-agenda items. Members of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members of the public on an agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district's personnel complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker for any potential liability of defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. At this time, does anybody want to address the board on any agenda or non-agenda items? All right, seeing none. Item number 6, approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
I make a motion.
Mrs. Cerruti, thank you. Can I get a second on tonight's agenda?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
Mrs. Cerruti?
Aye.
And Ms. Carvalho's yes, 5-0. Item number 7, information discussion items. Item number A, our presentation tonight is the FFA department. So you guys are up.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I would first like to start off by saying thank you. We truly appreciate this opportunity here tonight, being in front of you all and presenting a little bit about Newman FFA and what we have planned this incoming school year. So every year, the officer team comes up with a theme for the school year for the Newman FFA chapter and for its members. This year, our amazing officer team came up with the theme, Bright Futures Beyond the Blue. This theme is more of a message for our members to show them that FFA is more than just this blue jacket. It's about growing into strong leaders, finding their potential, and creating a bright future for themselves with the opportunities FFA has to offer. Now, I'd like to introduce this year's chapter officer team.
Good afternoon. The clicker. Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Bryce Graham. I will be your chapter sentinel this year. I'm going into my senior year, and my SAE project this year is raising swine.
Hi everyone, my name is Melanie Rios. I'm currently a senior at Oristimba, and this year I am serving as your chapter reporter. For my SAE project, I will be showing a pig at the Stanislaus County Fair, and I will be caring for the Oristimba High School greenhouse. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Hurtado. I'm currently a junior at Oristimba, and I'm currently serving as our chapter treasurer. For my SAE project this year, I'll be taking care of horses and helping out at our OHS chicken coop.
Hello everybody, my name is Kylie Brace and I'm a senior here at Oristimba High School. My SAE project is showing pigs. I've shown pigs for the past 3 years and will do so for my last. And I've been in FFA for 4 years. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosario Mendoza. I'm currently serving as our chapter vice president, and I'm currently a junior at Oristimba High School. For my SAE project this year, I'll be focusing on the OHS greenhouse and taking care of the chicken coop as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Rica, and this year I am serving as the chapter president. For my SAE project, I will be caring for my horses as well as showing and raising a market lamb.
So for our pathways, we have intro to floral design. So basically that's just the intro to floral. You learn a lot about the textures and just the basics on what floral is. Now for advanced floral, you're more focused on the history, and we also take in community service or community orders, and it's more a hands-on project. For our veterinarian pathway, we have animal science. I took that last year, and it was more so learning about the animal digestive system and just how the animal body works. I strongly recommend students take that class. I fell in love with it. Dissecting animals is my favorite thing. And for veterinarian science, I'm taking it this year, and that's more so on just what veterinarians have to do every day. You learn stitching and wrapping and just all of that. So thank you.
So with our agri-science pathway, it starts with agriculture science, and that is basically covering a bunch of plant molecules and everything in there. Moving to ag biology, it covers animals and human life, then how they all work and everything. With ag chemistry, it focuses more on elements and different calculations that they have within it. I'm going into ag honors this year, and that's showing how all of it applies to the real world and what jobs and opportunities it can bring to us. With our ag mechanics pathway, it starts off with intro to shop, showing kids that the many opportunities they have with the trades. There's various things that we do, such as PVC, like working on plumbing and electrical wiring and woodworking. Your next year in Ag Mech 2, we start welding. That's basically teaching kids the fundamentals of how it works with stick welding and MIG welding and TIG welding. So after that, we jump into ag welding. They're basically polishing up their skills, making it as good as they can for their final year in ag fabrication to complete the pathway by making projects that they can enter into the county fair at any time throughout their years in our chapter. Thank you.
A lot of our classes at Oristimba High are A through G approved. For our D category, which is our lab science, classes like ag science, ag biology, ag chemistry, horticulture, veterinary science, all fall into that category. For our F category, which is fine arts, we have classes like Introduction to Floral Design, Art History of Floral Design, and many more.
Now we'd like to share what we've been up to this past year on our projects and what we have planned for this upcoming semester.
This year, we greatly had the opportunity to invest in 10 feeder pigs to give back to the school as they purchased them here at the Stanislaus group. We were able to raise these 10 pigs. They were bought off state genetics, and we were able to raise them, and they were sold to beef pork and just be nutritious goods for students at Bonner or Barrington. I was luckily able to be one of those students who got to raise them. I enjoyed it. Their pigs were crazy, but I loved it, and yes.
Our ag department now has a chicken coop where we will be raising chickens and selling these eggs to the community and staff members, and we'll also be providing a half dozen eggs to you guys at the end of our presentation.
Now, a lot of our students were able to go to the Stanislaus County Fair. We showed pigs, lambs, and goats. We do really appreciate you guys purchasing all of our pigs. We weren't able to show poultry due to the bird flu, but we hope that we can show next year. I've shown pigs, and all of this has taught me responsibility, time management, and yeah, thank you.
Over the summer, a couple of students were able to help Miss Ritz make beautiful arrangements and a stunning arbor for the altar, where they were able to get hands-on experience and truly be able to see how it is to be hands-on and see how it is to be at a wedding and plan out. So we hope that our students are able to have more experiences like these throughout the years.
To tie in with our theme this year, we designed a blue shirt with a bright horizon over to represent the bright futures. If any of you are interested, we are selling them for $18 per shirt. Cash or check are made out to OHS if you are interested. And make sure to keep an eye out for our hoodies, which will be coming out soon.
Next up are some things that you guys should keep an eye out for with this upcoming year.
This year, we will be taking 11 students and 3 ag advisors to National Convention, where they will attend conferences and workshops in Indianapolis and later take on a quick trip to New York City.
A part of FFA, there's currently career development events. I am a part of a cotton speaking judging team where we go to competitions and we take 100-question quizzes and speak to judges one-on-one where they ask you questions. And I believe it's a great way to interact. It's a great way to build your confidence and just speak to others. Other than cotton judging, we have job interview, vet science, and prepared public speaking.
This year, in October 4th, on a Saturday, we are working on having our annual car show downtown at the plaza. We still have to go to the city of Newman and get it approved, but you're able to enter any classic vehicle or any vehicle into any class, along with bikes, trucks, off-road vehicles, and it's $20 just to enter.
There will be soon an email sent out to you guys if you guys are interested in purchasing a Newman floral subscription, where you guys will get 6 unique floral designs.
And that is it. Thank you once again for your time, and we shortly will be passing out the eggs for you all. Thank you.
Who's in charge of the shirt order? You are? Okay. I'll get with Nancy, and then we'll send our sizes over for the board, and we'll send over our request for that. Okay. I'll take Frank's 6. Hey, you're expensive. No. Thank you guys. Good presentation. I didn't even get one, so don't. Look, you got a bag, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who made the labels? Those are pretty cool. Look at old Gretchen on the label. Gretchen the hen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Item number 8, consent calendar. The consent calendar items are routine in nature and usually do not require board discussion. Individual items may be removed by board members and presented for discussion and separate action. The consent calendar will be adopted by a roll call vote. Could I get a first motion for the consent calendar as listed, please?
I make the motion.
Could I get a second?
I second.
Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Mrs. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Mrs. Cerruti,
Aye.
Mr. Rebels, aye, 5-0. Item number 9, the action items. Action item number A, approval of principal contract for Kavita Diwali. This contract provides for certificated employment of Kavita as Newman-Crozine Unified School District Heard Barrington Elementary Principal. With the approval of this contract for Heard Barrington Elementary. Commencing July 1st, 2025, Kavita will be placed on step 2 of the salary schedule at $124,791. All other terms and conditions of the employee contract will remain in full force and effect. Can I get a motion for action item A?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Can I get a second?
I second.
Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Cerruti,
Aye.
and Ms. Rebels, aye as well, 5-0. Kavita, welcome to the team. Action item number B, approve resolution 2526-02, authorizing end of year transfer. Could I get a motion for action item B?
I make a motion.
Thank you, Ms. Cerruti. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Cerruti,
Aye.
and myself, Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. Action item number C, approval of provisional internship permit for Julissa Garcia. Can I get a motion for action item C?
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
Mrs. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
and Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. Action item D, approval of 2526 consolidated application for categorical funding. Can I get a motion for action item D?
I'll make that motion. I'll
Can I
second.
get a second? Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. Action item E, approval of agricultural career technical education incentive grant at Orostemba High School. Can I get a motion for action item E, please?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you,
I'll
Mr.
second.
Rivas. Who was that? Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. Action item F, approval of agricultural career technical education incentive grant at Yoel Middle School. Can I get a motion for action item F?
I make a motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Rudy.
I'll second it.
Mr. Walk on the second, thank you. Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. Action item G, approve leave of absence request from Darielle Ball for the 25-26 school year. Can I get a motion for action item G?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Rudy. Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Mrs. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Mrs. Rudy,
Aye.
Ms. Carrabos, aye, 5-0. I'm sorry, we're done with that, actually. Item number 10, future agenda items. Do we have anything? Oh, nothing listed right now, right?
No, we'll probably
Report.
possibly be bringing back the agreed upon contract with the chief.
All right, sounds good. Item number 11, superintendent's report.
So I have a few things to report. It's been a busy summer. One with a building burning down and a call in the middle of the night from your other job as working the fires, and then Matt Vargas showing up in the middle of the night. And but right now, where we're at right now, it looks like we will be able to just have to get city permits to rebuild the building, and that will actually speed up the time. We don't have to go through the state to get permits for that building. So at this time, it looks like it'll be sped up a little bit. We're counting worst case scenario that it takes a year to get the building back up and going, but I really believe it'll be sooner than that. And I just want to say thank you to Heather, Beyond the Bell program, and Rosie Briones for being so willing to adjust and have to find a new home in a day's notice. So thank you to them. I also want to congratulate Beyond the Bell. You may or may not know this, but they have been designated as the best after-school program in all of the 209 area code. So they are the #1 in all of 209. Another good thing, last year we started the Hunt bathrooms. They are complete, and they're just kind of sealing the blacktop, getting that done, but they'll be up in full use soon. So that's another project completed. Now I can kind of talk about this year, and first of all, welcome back. We had our first day with students today, and everybody from cabinet was kind of assigned to a school to go to, and it couldn't have ran any smoother at all the sites. It went very well. Came back, and some of the district office staff are like, "Are you sure it's the first day?" Because usually we're getting lots of calls, and we're not getting any calls. The sites were taking care of all the business that they needed to take care of for our family. So that was a good thing to hear and see and feel. So during the welcome back, we had Scott Kuykendall come and talk about the anxious generation and the damage that social media is doing to our students. And part of that is once you hear that, if you don't decide to do something about it, then you're part of the problem as well. So that is something that our sites are all going to look at and evaluate what we need to do about that. So some more, and he also offered to come and do some parent town hall meetings with parents as well, and come back and speak to our families. So we can work on that as well. FFA, thank you. What I have to say about them is they're always improving, always looking forward, and doing a better job every year. So pretty impressive with how far they've come as well. I also want to say thank you to Maria and Elsa, and the rest of our NCLTA team, and Dr. Seha and his team, and we have a tentative agreement that, like I said, we will be bringing back to you guys soon to get that approved, and then we can start working on this next year. So again, that was a great accomplishment to start the year. I believe it was approved before we even started the year this year. So that was good to have taken care of. So again, great year. Looking forward to some great things this year. And thank you to all of our sites. You did a great job today.
Board report, Mrs. Cerruti, you get to go first.
Well, everybody, welcome back. It's nice to see all the lovely faces. I hope everybody had a good first day of school. Mrs. Dollywall, congratulations. Just want to wish you all good luck this year, and hopefully we get some good things out of every site. Congratulations to the Beyond the Bell. I know we were fortunate enough to see what you do, and we're just not surprised. No, just wanted to say that at the back to school event, we got to hear a lot of positive things coming from parents and students, which nice to hear some positivity after so much negativity after a while. So you guys are doing wonderful. Just, hopefully everybody's blessed with good students and good outcomes, and, may you guys be successful. And again, the FFA, it was very nice to see everything they're doing, everything that they're gonna do. As a ag business owner, I know the hard work that it entails, and to see these young kids be pushed and their faces out there, it's rewarding for me to know that there's not a lot of people that want to go in that business anymore, and to see the hard work and the teachers going above and beyond for these kids, it's very nice. So congratulations to them, and I'm looking forward to seeing everything that they have to do this year. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez?
Welcome back, everyone. I'm excited to see everyone here tonight. I also got to go to the back to school event and the back to school breakfast, got to hear Scott Kuykendall. I agree with Justin. I feel we need to do something with the information. Funny story, actually, I won that book from Scott last year in Anaheim, but I felt honestly that I kind of cheated. It was a whole room of people, right, from all across California, and in order to win the book, you had to answer his trivia question. And it was, what city is Turlock in? And nobody knew where he was coming from, right? He was just a speaker. And I was like, Stanislaus! Yeah, and everybody looked at me like, how did you know where Turlock is? What is Turlock, you know? Anyways, so I got to read it then, and definitely carries a lot of momentum. There's a lot of scary facts, right, that you hear as you're going into that research, but so important, especially for the population of people and students that we work with. But yes, looking very forward to the year. It was very nice to hear positive feedback from parents, like Maribel shared. There was one mom that even got emotional, just sharing like how happy she's been. She actually made a comment about YOLO, our wonderful principal there, and just how wonderful she was in handling an issue regarding to bullying of her daughter. So that was really sweet to hear. She was so thankful. Again, you know, usually when people have feedback, it's because they want to share something negative or something difficult that they went through. So when someone actually goes out of their way to share something positive, you know that it truly meant a lot to them. With all that being said, I feel like the first day of school is kind of like when you open a notebook and it's like that crisp sheet of paper and it's brand new, and you know there's a lot of energy and a lot of emotions that go into all of that, but you get to really fill it with whatever you want, right? Some of that might be hard to get through, and a lot of it will be fun and complicated and challenging maybe, but always at the end of it, it always feels good to get through it too. So looking forward to what the year has to bring and what the pages will be filled with. I'm always here and looking forward to continuing to work with you all. Good luck.
Thank you. Ms. Rivas?
Welcome back. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the festival. I was camping, sorry. But I did get to go to the breakfast, and how you guys are all excited. I was like that this morning because all the kids were gone in school. But I know we say, you know, let's get the year over, but it's kind of a slow down this year because my son's a senior. So we kind of want to go slow this year. And like Ms. Rudy and Ms. Gonzalez said, the positive stuff I hear about not just, you know, the community, but you guys and Mr. Pruitt, it's great. And being from this community, born and raised, like we're in really good hands. One thing about Mr. Kuykendall, about the whole cell phone thing, I know there's different towns that are taking away the phones. I kind of like that idea, I really do. And it's something we really should look at. And, you know, if I have to go to work and can't have my phone for 8 hours, I think the kids can do it for 5 to 6. That's just my opinion, but overall, welcome back. Good luck, and have a good year.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Watt?
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. I wasn't able to attend any of the back-to-school events, but I do look to attend some of the back-to-school nights, get into some sites and see how, you know, students are doing in their first times back to the schools, and then also going on some site walkthroughs as well, visit classrooms and see the great work that students and teachers are doing.
Thanks, sir. I guess I'll go last, huh? Welcome back, first day of school. We got a lot of new faces and positions throughout the district. Change is a good thing. We're going to go forward. It's going to be a challenging year. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to make sure that we are addressing, and for the betterment of all of our students, all of our staff, and the community. But like I said, we'll go through it. It's gonna be challenging, financially, student size, classes, stuff like that. But we just have to be really, the number one focus is be frugal with our dollars, right? Our money, right? Or it only goes so far. So what we pay for is something that we need to make sure we're getting. So, if we're paying for a service, in the classroom, outside of the classroom, we're gonna be very, very, checkbook savvy when it comes to, spending dollars because, we owe it to the taxpayers and we owe it to our students, right? So, I did go to the back to school event at YOLO this year. When I got there, it was not really that many kids, but as it kind of progressed later on, when they woke up, it was pretty packed in there, so, it's good to see the kids back getting in the classroom. Numbers are looking good. We had a little meeting about that too. We're still down about 50 to 60 kids, district-wide. So, some areas came up, some went down. So if you know of any of your friends, family members, or, relatives in town that didn't go to school today, because they just couldn't get out of bed one more time, tell them to get to school tomorrow. Thank you to Matt and Chris. I'm like Mr. Pruitt said, I am one of the chiefs here in the fire department. I'm still shocked. I mean, it's one of the things where you live in a small town and community. Like, one of the last things I want to do is go to an emergency of somebody that I know, and over my career of 31 years, it's happened way too much, including my own kids, close people that I know here in town. It's tough, so, thank you for coming, Matt, and, we were able to save Heather's office, so, that was, I said, don't let Heather's office burn, like, get in there, but we're gonna rebuild it, it's rebuildable, it's, you're not gonna hold Nimit Crozan Unified down, so, it's gonna get built better, and, thank you to his team coming out at 5 a.m, and, I just hope next time he brings coffee, cause I was pretty tired, and then the, one last thing before we go, the events that are coming up for FFA, we'll try to get those out on the website. I know they have their own Twitter page, social media page, stuff like that, or X rather, I'm sorry. But we'll get that out, and then we'll also send out all the info for the events throughout like Parent Square and student email. That's pretty much all I had. If anybody has anything over the next, comes to mind in the future, everyone has my email. Feel free to call the district office. You can get a message to me, and we'll work on the items. We can't work on items and address problems that we don't know that are out there. So we do live in a small knit community, and information travels fast. So if something's bothering anyone at any of the sites, or feel free to let us know at some point. Right? Use your chain of command, and let's get the information. Let's take care of the problem before it gets too big. And then one last thing, I just want to say, Miss Nancy's not here tonight. Her mother passed away over the last few days, and just keep her in your thoughts and prayers as she gets, through this and goes through the grieving process, okay? With that, we'll call the meeting adjourned at 6:30 p.m. Oh, 6:32, sorry, Frank. And I don't have the next board meeting on here, but it's September, is it September 11th?
Yeah. I don't know.
We will see you guys next month. September 8th?